Hello, good morning, student. Dear student, today I am going to start third chapter of book The Flamingo. Deep Water. Deep Water is written by William Douglas. William Douglas was born 1898 and died 1980. He was born in Maine, Minnesota. After graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. He met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remaining the longest service justice in the history of court. The following excerpt is taken from Of Men and Mountains by William Douglas. Dear student, today we will read about summary of the lesson Deep Water. William Douglas recalls a misadventure of childhood. He had happened when he was 10 or 11 years old. He is describing the incident of in his life. He had decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima which was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow and 9 feet deep at the other end. The drop was gradual. He got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. He hated to walk naked into water and show his very thin legs. The author had developed an aversion to the water when he was 3 or 4. His father has taken him to the beach of California. When William Douglas was 3 or 4 years, his father had taken him to the beach in California. They stood together on the shore. The waves knocked William Douglas how and swept. The waves knocked means नीचे गिराया him down and swept over him. He was buried under water. His breath was gone. He was frightened. His father laughed at him, but the overpowering force of the waves filled terror in the young author's heart. Un- up, Unpleasant memories were revived when he went to the YMCA pool for the first time. Childish fears were stilled, but soon he gathered confidence. He watched other boys standing on water with their water wings. He tried to learn by imitating, imitating them. He did this 2 or 3 times on different days. He was just beginning to feel comfortable in the water when the misadventure happened. When he went to the pool, there was no one else, so he sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. Shortly afterwards, a big boy, a boxer, came. He was probably 18 years old and had beautiful muscles on his legs and arms. He called the author skinny and asked how he would like to be plunked in water. The boxer boy picked Douglas and threw him into the end. He struck water in a sitting position. He swallowed water and at once went into the bottom. He was frightened but did not lose his wits. He made a plan. He would make a big jump when his feet hit the bottom. He would come to the surface like a cork, lie flat on his it and then paddle to the edge of the pool. Those 9 feet appeared more than 90 before he touched bottom. His lungs were ready to burst. When his feet hit the bottom, he made a great jump upward, but he failed to reach the surface at once. He came up slowly, his eyes and once came out of water, but not his mouth. He moved around his legs on the surface of water. He swallowed water and choked. He tried to bring his legs up, but they hung as dead weight. He again went down to the bottom of the pool. He was sucking underwater because terror had seized him. टेरर हेड सीज मीन्स बिल्कुल उसको डर ने उसको क्या कर दिया, आतंकित कर दिया, बिल्कुल जकड़ लिया। किसको? विलियम डगलस को। ही वाज पैरालाइज्ड अंडर वाटर, पानी के नीचे बिल्कुल ऐसे होगा जैसे पैरालाइज होता है। बट हिज हार्ट एंड द पाउंडिंग इन had told him that he was still alive. When he hit the bottom, he jumped with his full might. The jumped made no difference. The water was still around him. His arms and legs wouldn't move. He trembled with fear. He tried to call for help, to call mother, but no, nothing happened. Then he rose up. His eyes and nose were almost out of water. He stuck for air and got water. He started long down a third time. Then he rose up, his eyes and nose were almost out of water. He shoved for air and got water. He started going down a third time. Then all efforts ended and he relaxed. A blackness swept over his brain and wiped out terror. There was no more panic. He felt drowsy and wanted to sleep. He gave up all attempts. He forgot everything when he came to his sense. He found himself lying on his stomach beside the pool, vomiting. The boy who had thrown him in said, "I was only fooling." Someone said that the kid had nearly died. Then they took him to the locker room. He walked home after several hours. He was weak and trembling. He shook and cried when he lay on his bed. Douglas could not eat that night. For days, he haunting fear was in his heart. It means William Douglas was very frightened. बहुत डरे हुए थे, सहमे हुए थे. He never went back to the pool. उसके बाद वो कभी पूल में गए नहीं. और he feared water and avoided it whenever he could. A few years later, he came to know the waters of the cascades. He wanted to get into them. Whenever he did so, the terror that had seized him in the pool returned. His legs would become paralyzed, and icy horror would grave his heart. It means जैसे वो पानी के पास जाते थे तो बड़ा डर लगता था उनको, वही डर उनको जकड़ लेता था. This handicap remained with him even as time passed, or whenever he went, the haunting fear of water followed him. It ruined his fishing trips. वो fishing trips नहीं कर पाए. It deprived him of the joy. वो कह रहे बोटिंग का आनंद नहीं ले पाए, स्विमिंग नहीं कर पाए. और he used every method he knew to overcome his fear. बहुत प्रयास किए, कई मेथड अपनाए कि इस डर से बाहर निकल आए, पर नहीं निकल पाए. फाइनली विलियम डगलस डिसाइडेड टू गेट एन instructor and learn to swim. He went to the pool and practiced 5 days a week, an hour each day. The instructor put a belt around him, a rope and attached to belt went through a pulley on an overhead gate. He held on to the end of the rope, or they went on his way for many weeks. In this way, William Douglas learned how to swim, and his fear also swept out. Just listen this summary carefully and try our best to what incident has happened in this lesson. Thank you.